Hello there, I'm Abubakar and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'll be showcasing an end-to-end working demo of the application I have built for Backend-reloaded hackathon organized by VMake Devs. So the application name is k8sforge and the application is itself based on creating minimal Helm charts from Docker images, which could then be used to deploy applications onto Kubernetes. So the reason behind building this project was due to the fact that among the developer communities, they find it difficult to comprehend and maintain complex Helm chart manifest files. So we built this platform to abstract the Helm complexity and let developers deploy their applications onto Kubernetes with ease. So we are creating minimal Helm chart, which only contains relevant and required files that are needed for the application to run on Kubernetes instead of complex manifests, and we return the Helm chart in the form of a zip file, which could then be unzipped, and the developers could just run a simple helm install command without requiring any Helm expertise to deploy their applications onto Kubernetes. Moving forward with the with the backend, uh, yeah, Moshia is powering the backend of our application, and we'll jump right into it. So this is how our Moshia instance looks like. We have exposed an API endpoint for generating chart, and after the chart is generated, a background job is configured as well to uh, to record that event and register the generated chart. So we'll see those in action right now. Okay, so we'll just a second. And for the local setup, we would first create the directories and navigate into them. Then we have created the test directory. We just move inside of it, and now we will make an HTTP request to the Moshia endpoint to generate the Helm chart for us. So here in the images section, we have to provide our application image, of which we want to create the Helm chart for. For the sake of this demo, I am providing the Nginx image to create a Helm chart of the Nginx and deploy it onto Kubernetes and see if we could access it locally, which would mean the execution was a success, and the helm chart is outputted in the form of .zip file. Okay, looks like we have the helm chart. We'll just unzip it. Yes, we got our helm chart. We'll just remove the unzip file. We'll just remove the zip file now. We have our helm chart here. For local Kubernetes development, I'm utilizing Minikube. You could also looks like an old version is already installed. I'll just uninstall it right now. And okay, we don't have any resources now. No? Yeah, but we go have our chart. We'll just install it real quick using Helm install. I could just name it as Nginx test maybe. I'm utilizing Minikube for local Kubernetes development. You could utilize Minikube or Kind, whichever you like. So yeah, our Helm chart is deployed. You can see the name Nginx test, 10 seconds. And yeah, to validate the Helm chart configs, and if everything's all right, we could just try to access the Nginx application running on the Kubernetes cluster locally. So we'll do a port forward for that, port forward for the Nginx service, and map our localhost 8080 port with the service port of the Nginx. Now let's try to access the Nginx application at 8080. Yeah, so the application is up and running in the Nginx, which validates our application because it means everything is working as expected. And if we'll come here in our Moshia instance, we could see our chart was generated 2 minutes ago. The version is same as the one we provided here. Just a second. Yeah, so the version is same as we provided here, and the next 1.27 was triggered 2 minutes ago. We could also see the generate API. It may it means it hit the API endpoint configured by Moshia. It also emitted the event, which was then captured by this. You could see chart generation recorded. You could also see in the logs as well. At first, we get the log of that our Helm chart is being we get the logs that the Helm chart is being created in the form of zip format, and this log is registered by the event listener. See here. See this one. Chart generation recorded by event listener. And generating Helm chart zip by the API endpoint. So our backend proves. So we could say our backend is based on the core strength and the principle that Moshia looks forward to, unified backend that runs background jobs like recording this Helm chart generation, API configurations, and observability, like logs, like these traces and logs that we have as a unified single backend framework. And you could read more about our project here, and yeah, on in the future we are planning to just this one thing. I want to showcase this one thing. Yeah, so the event that is being emitted by the API handler or the API endpoint, we are also planning to persist that as the chart generation history using Moshia states in the future, and we are also planning to add a lightweight UI for generating and managing charts, introducing workflows and validations as background steps, and a simplified explanation on the generated resources and recommendations regarding the Kubernetes resources and the generated Helm charts and AI assisted recommendations or simple explanations for the user that what exactly the Helm chart does. So yeah, that's pretty much about this project. I'm looking forward to your feedback and suggestions. So yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you.